Okay, good morning, all. So like I did in the noise, it's okay, we'll be short. And noise maker, find out about it, please. Don't give me one today. I beg you, bring your phone, please. And so like I did with the boys, I revised them second sem GS1 work and second sem GS2 work with them. So that's what I'm going to do with you guys. If you're able to complete, you go to maybe GS3 second sem, then those ones will be fresh. And okay, the topics will be treating theory of volleyball, theory of soccer, pre-colonial and traditional sport. I don't take that one because when you see my book, when you see others. And then gymnastics and swimming. Please, they're just short, but then I'll try and compress all these. So volleyball is a team event, team sport, like basketball, like handball, like football, like every other team sport you know. Then volleyball is one of them. It was invented in 1895. I don't know if I told you guys the story back in GS1 about using the bladder, basketball bladder. So basketball was invented in 1891. And then when the balls, when they get sports, people just dump them in. And when this man went there, picked it and thought of what to do with the balls, the bladder of the balls, and then he picked them up and started this being invented with the ball. So in like 4 years later, that is 81 to 85, by 1895, they already had the rules for volleyball. And they used to call it millionaires there. Millionaires. So like the name was changed later because of the skills, one of the skills of the game, which is volleying. So they thought since we volley a lot in this game, let's just rename it to volleyball. What is millionaires? Sounds like video, right? And then volleyball is played by two teams of 6 players. That is, you have 6 players playing against 6 players. Do we all know that? If there's anything you don't know, please, let me ask questions. Go back and explain. Okay, so like 6 players, but then you can present 12 players for a competition. 6 can play at a time. The remaining 6 will be on the bench. And then in the course of the game, like in a set, you can take 6 substitutes. So like the other 6 can go inside, and then you can just pull somebody out, and then replace the person with someone from outside. And then later, the person you just brought out, you can take the person back and bring out that person or someone else. So it's unlike football where you have, in football when you are subbed, you can never go back in. If you are Messi or Ronaldo, whatever you are. But in volleyball, if you are subbed, you can still go back. As far as you are still within that 6 sub bracket. Okay, Federation International Volleyball is the body responsible for volleyball in the world. So you see FIVB, and then in Nigeria we have Nigeria Volleyball Federation. Now, which body is responsible for basketball in the world? Tell us. I'm surprised none of you is saying NBA. I said NBA is not the world controlling body. NBA is the controlling body in America. And then the highest league in basketball in the world, they are in charge of it. But the body responsible for basketball all over the world is FIBA, that is FIBA, Federation International Basketball. And then we have Nigeria Volleyball Federation in charge of volleyball in Nigeria, NVVF. So we have skills and techniques in volleyball. Service, without service, you cannot play a volleyball game. So you have to serve, except if you are just practicing in the school. But a standard volleyball game, you have to serve first. And then the service is dependent on how you're making your score. If you lose a point, you are going to lose that service. So the other team will take it, and once they lose their point, so you can see one person serving for 10, giving 10 services straight, and then one person is just taking one. It depends on your teammates and how you serve well and how your opponent is on the ball. So we have volleying. Volleying is just when you make contact with the ball above your head. Volleying. Most times you leave volley to set for spikers to give that hit. And then we have a spiking. Spiking is smashing. When somebody sets the ball for you, like very close to the net, and when you go and give it your all, like you give, like make it very difficult for your opponent to return the ball. You understand? Even if they will not need set, they will feel it in their body. Like sometimes they just keep the ball, play the ball into the bush. But then, and then blocking. Blocking is like antidote. Let me use that word of spiking. So you want to stop their spiking, you block. You want to stop your opponent from spiking, you block them. So now in volleyball we have 3 touches. But once you block in volleyball, that is not counted as one of the 3 touches. Please get that right. So in case you're watching a volleyball game and you see somebody like a team taking 4 touches and you feel, this referee is doing a jogo, that's not, if there's blocking among them, then it's good to go. Like you can still take what 3 touches. And then setting, yes, like I said, you can use digging to set. Oh, digging is passing. You're passing between you and your teammates, or you're passing to the other court, whatever. But then you come from below, you're using the ball from below. Now you can use either digging or volleying to set the ball for the spiker. So most times, setting is mostly the second touch. Setting is mostly the second touch. But the first person will get the ball and pass to the setter, and then the setter will set this procedure up for smash, and then before you know it, fire. And then we have what we call dinking, just like the name is supposed to dropping. Dinking is like when the ball is just a little above the net. And then you cannot do anything. You know, you are preventing yourself from making contact with the net. And then the ball is just a little bit above the net. And you just need your hand to tap it. Just drop it in their own house. Not like wickedness. It will be very difficult for them to pick it. And then sometimes they just pass it in the net. But then dinking, just drop it, take it right just above the net. Sometimes when your teammate blocks a ball coming from there, it's always time you always lead to that opportunity. Just drop it gently. And then we have retrieving. Retrieving is when you go to retrieve the ball from out of the court. Okay, like now I'm playing against Tamara team, and I spike real hard. And Tamara was trying to, Tamara is trying to receive it, but then maybe the ball is coming with a lot of force, and then she will just play the ball out of the court. One of her teammates can still go and retrieve the ball back into their court, and then they will play on. Do you understand? Do you understand? Yes, please. Retrieve. Okay, let me explain it this way. Oiza is your friend, and she's on the other team. And then you serve, and the ball is going out of the line. You know your opponent is supposed to just leave it and let it drop so that the service, the point will be against you, yeah? But then she just thinks, my friend, let me not spoil her service, let me go and buy it. Then she go outside to retrieve it. It has gone beyond the line, but then she's going to retrieve it and put it back in play. Do you understand? Using legal means to not just anyhow. Like before it drops, yeah? Some people can go and retrieve from all the way from Bagbays. Your friends, when they are there for you, ride or die. And you fling the ball before they will run there before it lands and you return it back and again go from. It was in that video I showed you guys back then. If I can show it later, I will show you. Retrieving. Okay, officials of volleyball, we have the first referee. This is first referee is in charge of other referees. So like if you watch a professional volleyball game, you see when you have, let's assume this is the court and this is the center line. The extension of that center line, you will have somebody sitting on a chair, high chair that looks like it has ladder. The person is just sitting above the net post. So that person is the first referee. He's always in charge of everything. The person is sitting above everybody and is seeing everything that is going on. That's the first referee. And then the second referee is always sitting on the opposite of the first referee on a chair, and the half table then with the scorer. And then the scorer has the scoreboard in front of him or her. The person will be changing the, what is it called? The scoreboard, and be writing them down at the same time. You understand? And then we have 2 to 4 line judges. 2 to 4 line judges in the sense that if you can afford just 2 line judges, you keep one on this side of the court, assuming this is a full court. One is on this side of the court and the other one is on this side of the court. And then this one, Malam here, is overseeing this line and this line. And this Alaji here is overseeing this line and this line. Do you understand? But then, you don't understand. Do you? Okay. And if you have 4 line judges, you have one here, one here, one here, and one here. So they will come and decide amongst themselves. This one here, if he's overseeing this side, then this one this side, this one this side, and this one this side. Do you understand? So if you have 2, fine. If you have 4. And then we have equipment to use in volleyball. Like I always say, you'll be able to differentiate equipment and facilities. Facilities are those things you cannot move from where they are. But equipment are things you can move from one place to another. So for volleyball, we have the equipment you have. The first one is the net. Sometimes some people leave the net outside, like and it becomes a facility, yeah. But then for here, the net is always 8 feet for men, that is 2.43 meters. And then for women, it's always 7 feet and 4 inches, which is exactly the same as 2.24 meters. And then we have the ball. Where is Angela? Okay. And then we have the ball. Like, you know, volleyball is distinct, right? There's no way to see that we want to tell it apart from football. Yeah? Okay, so it mostly comes in white, sometimes yellow, sometimes white, yellow, sometimes white, yellow, blue. Again, it's just distinct and different from football. And then we have the score sheet that is used by the scorer. We have the wears that the players use and the officials. We have the likes of jersey, shorts, socks, shoes, etc. And then we have whistle used by the officials. And then we have scoreboard that the scorer is turning. And then facilities in volleyball, we have the playing area. And then, like, apart from the court, you should have 3 meters free on each side of the court. Like at the end, 3 meters extra space. 3 meters on that side, 3 meters on this side. Because of people that want to go and retrieve ball. Some people go beyond 3 meters to retrieve ball. And then we have the net post, you know, those 2 posts holding the net in place. And then the official stand, the one I said, the referee sits on, which is outside and playground. Any question? Ask me. Whatever it is you want to play hard, tell me, I will pass the message. I'm that good, you know. Okay. Can we continue? Go on. Line judges. Sometimes you can use 2, but you can't use 1. It's either 2 or 4. Yes, if it's a serious competition, they have to be there. But like normal competition, you play in school and you go and play against other students. You don't need them. Like the referee will take that decision. Thank you. So for soccer, madam, you want something? I'm not liking your combination, Khadija and I don't know. Who is beside you? Not liking your combination, really. Okay. So soccer is also known as football. And it's known as football in like every part of the world except America. I'm not sure of Canada. But then in America, they don't call it football, they call it soccer. Because they have their own version of football. The one we call American football in Nigeria. So the world's controlling body for football is FIFA, Federation International Football Association. In Africa, CAF is in charge, and that is Confederation of African Football. And in Nigeria, it's Nigeria Football Federation. It used to be Nigeria Football Association, NFA, but now we call it NFA. The duration of the game is 90 minutes. That is 45 minutes for first half, 45 minutes for second half, excluding the break time. But then they go for 15 minutes break in between. Okay, now say they are playing a game, a deciding match, like where they want to place people, or when it's final or semi-final or something. There must be a winner. You play for 90 minutes. When you have time at 90 minutes, you go come back for 15 minutes, first half, extra time, and then come back for another 15 minutes, second half, extra time. Do you understand? So after playing for 90 minutes, a complete football match, and your team is tying the other team, and it's a serious game where a winner has to come out, and there has to be a winner, there has to be a loser. You play extra time, you decide. So if you are able to score within the extra time, that's the extra time includes 15 minutes first half, 5 minutes break, and 15 minutes second half. But we call it 30 minutes you get. If you don't get the winner in extra time, you go on to play penalty shootout. And there you must get one winner or loser. Ma? So present, ma? If there what? There must be a winner. At a time we come, like there will be sudden death. Like you just missed that ball, you just missed scoring, you are out of the game. A time we come and there's no way. People are tense. Somebody will just shoot to Sokoto. Who just left here now? Tamara, where is she? Ah, you want to go and sleep? Are you normal? Fly back here. Come and sit in front of me here. I am feeling sick. I'm not supposed to be close to you. Come and sit here. Want to go and sleep? I'll be there. Sleep. Carry on. Okay, so lately, like since the return from this break they got for Corona, since the return to playing football again, they have introduced a new rule, and that is rule in football, FIFA football. So like the first 45 minutes, there's a break in between now. There's a break after the first 45 minutes again. So now within the first 45 minutes there's a break, and then the second 45 minutes there's a break. So it's at the discretion of the referee. Between 20 minutes and 25 minutes, the referee will give 1 minute water break. Capish? So for the second mark, yes, like people are rusty already. They're just coming. Want to chop chin chin? Do you want to make ice cream? Okay, so in the second 45 minutes too, there will be a water break. Like 20 minutes into the game, before 25 minutes into the game. And now, there used to be 3 substitutions in football. 3 substitutions, but now they've increased it to 5. So now you can change 5 times. So then you can't bring in already substitution. Game starts with a kickoff at the center, at the kickoff spot. Do I have to explain how that is determined? No.
Yes.
Okay, now, team Chukwuarisi, Tamara, by slapping. If I come and stand beside me. Tamara. Eniola, badness. You can come. In the never mind. Don't be like that. Okay, guys. So like at the beginning of the game, Madam, I'm explaining. At the beginning of the game, Team Chukwuarisi, the captain, Chukwuarisi, will come. Team Okonkwo will come to represent the captain will come to represent and I'm the ref. Like I will flip coin. You will choose either head or tail. So whatever comes up, you will decide if you want to pick side or you want to start. Capish? So now if you pick side, if you feel let's say that side can't beat it, this one is my lucky side, you choose side, then Team Okonkwo will start the game. Do you understand? But if you choose to start the game, then Team Okonkwo will pick side first. You guys understand now? So like it's done at the kickoff. There's what we call the kickoff spot at the middle there. So then we also have another spot called the penalty spot. Played by 11 players, including the goalkeeper on the team. Okay, skills in soccer. This Alaji is passing to that man. And for this one, dribbling, you see Messi is trying to maneuver. The same player is trying to beat them. And then for shooting, you play with force, ultimate force. You are aiming to score or you are aiming to propel the ball very, very fast. And then we have 4 ways, 4 parts of body rather, that you can control the ball with. Tell that person sleeping at the back to stop sleeping, please. Please sit upright. Tell any other person to sit upright. Yes. So you can control the ball with your head, with your leg, with your knee. It's not new. I know. I'm saying something. It makes sense. Okay. So you can control with your head, with your chest, with your thigh, and with your foot or feet, whatever. But then, so this is one of the controls, the ways you can control heading. You head the ball, and trapping is to stop motion of the ball. Like the ball is coming towards you and you want to stop, you put your leg over it, and then it will stop. And then throwing, that's another skill in football, like you put the ball in play after going out the side line. That is the only opportunity players get to touch the ball with their hands. Keepers can touch the ball with their hands, not anywhere on the pitch, like just within the 18-meter box. Okay? So like throwing is done from the sideline, and another name for sideline is what? Who said so? God will bless you. So another name for sideline is touch line. And then goalkeeping, the keeper is trying to prevent the ball from going in. And then we have ball control. Ronaldo here is chesting the ball. And then we have facilities, just like I said, you cannot move games for where we are. The soccer pitch can go to one boy in voice to say NTIC goals, you can move it to his house. I don't know how big it is. Is it true? Is it that small? They have big posts now. Maybe it's maybe he's talking about the small monkey post, but how will we go out? Okay, so we have the ball and we have the flat post. You have 4 flat posts, but yes, you have 6. Then soon will be. It's just to indicate like you're coming from afar, you know where that thing, the line stops and where it connects to the end. And then we have the holes. We can't hold socks again. So like, and we have the boots that we use to play. These things you have them stored under it. And then we have shin guard. Shin guard is to protect your shin. People from kicking it and more from hitting it really hard and getting you injured. See here, this Adidas is there. It's like plastic, very strong. Like you just use it to protect that place. Anybody kick out, then it's not hurt you. And then we have the referees, red and yellow card. The red card is for expulsion. Yellow card is for warning. And then if you get 2 yellow cards, it automatically becomes red card. We don't have to do this. Gymnastics. Do you guys want to rest for a while? Like 5 minutes. I'll give it that to you. We are rest for 5 minutes. Let me just